Kicking Al. I'm live. Oof, this was like lickety split tonight, kids. Let me tell you, I literally just sat down. I just sat here. Just sat down. So I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work until I see some action going on because wait a minute. I forgot my notebook. Hold on. That's right. That's right. That's right. Come on. Is there anyone here? Oh, hi. There's someone here. Hello. Someone's at home. Someone's knocking on the door, Ma. Hello. Happy Friday night. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Kurt. I just got here. I just got here. And you did too. So that's a good thing. This is very loosey-goosey tonight, and it's fine. It's been loosey-goosey for a while, and you guys don't seem to care. So I'm happy about that. I'm going to sing to you in just a I'm going to sing to you. I know. It's what I do. Because I feel like I'm in a singing mood. Not really. It's like an intro singing thing. What is going on here? I'm just trying to That's weird. I'm just trying to get some news up. Some news. Because it's very loosey-goosey. Happy Friday to all y'all. Hi, Carol. Hello, Patty Taylor. How are you? Welcome to the Funny Farm. So the geese are back. They're so loud. Oh my gosh, they're so noisy. It's crazy. It's like, all right, it's February 23rd. And hey, Squat. And we're getting closer to spring. We know that. And we can feel it. Like the little birdies are chirping every day. It's exciting. It's like, come on, snow, go away. I'm done with you. But now the geese are back full force, and I really don't think they left. I think they were just hiding behind some trees, and then they just popped up because it feels like they were just here. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like that. So spring is definitely in the air, and I can't wait for it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm over it. I am over winter in Rhode Island, New England. Well, not really New England because I don't know. It's probably worse in New Hampshire and Maine. That's one. Oh, cheersy wearsy. So can I tell you? I'm just going to tell you. I'm going to tell you anyway because who's going to stop me? Hal's not talking tonight. So you just got me. So there's no one to stop me. I ate pizza. And I'm admitting that to y'all because I'm mad at myself now. But it was really good. It was really good. And I got a side of eggplant fries. I said, oh, pretty good. Never had eggplant fries before. Never tried to make them. I didn't even know eggplant fries were a thing, but they were pretty good. And am I missing anyone? Nope, not yet. That's good. Hey, Mark. So hi to everybody. So if you have tried eggplant fries, let us know in the comments. First time for me, and they gave a side of marinara sauce. So I thought that was really good. Oh, happy 82nd birthday to your daddy. Can I sing him a song? I can't really think. Like I can't make one up. Kathy, I hope you don't mind, but I can sing happy birthday. All right, ready? Everybody just sing with us. And his name is Troy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Troy. Happy 82nd birthday. Happy birthday to Yes. Happy 82nd birthday to Troy. That's amazing. 82. Gosh dang it. I would enjoy making it to the later years of life. And I hope to. Really do. But I want to be all there. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to be all intact. I don't want anything dribbling out of my body. I don't want to have someone pushing me around. I already have someone to push me around. Just kidding. Just kidding now. I just want to be completely intact. Should I still be driving at 82? If everything's fine, why not? If I can't see though, that would be a problem. I've told you guys a story before, but it's so true. I did because he just popped in my head, so I have to talk about him. Grandpa Mick. I loved him so much. Still love him. Still love you, Grandpa Mick. I'll never forget him driving to my house. I guess I was about 10. And literally, he was on the other side of the street driving down. And my mother, every time she would get in the car with him and then come home and go, "Why do I get in the car with him? Like, it's so dangerous." And they had to take his license away. And I know I've told you guys this story before, but it's like it was the hardest thing for them to do, but he would have hurt either himself or someone else or both. But the poor guy loved driving. So I enjoy driving, but I don't think I'd want it taken away from me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm driving every minute of the day, but if it were to be taken away, I'd be sad. I would be sad, so I can see that. Hey, Michelle. Yes, happy birthday. And Carol Jean, hello. Am I missing anyone? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, yeah, I'm just going to do this because it's in my head. All right, ready? It's just in my head, so I have to do it. I can't help it. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld. I just hit myself in the head when I did that. A world of never-ending happiness where you can always see the sun, day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one, doctor, everything will be all right. Instead of asking him how much of your time is left, ask him how much of your mind, baby. Because in this life, things are much harder than in the afterworld. In this life, you're on your own. I had to. Like, it was in my head before I sat down. And then I sang happy birthday to Troy because he's 82, Kathy Waddle's dad. And I had to sing that, not really sing it, I talked it, but I had to because it was in my head. And sometimes when stuff's in your head, you got to just release it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you have gas. And if you just hold it in and you don't release it and you keep it there, it could be an embarrassing problem. Like, it won't just be embarrassing or just a problem. It'll be an embarrassing problem. And then you'd have to explain to yourself, listen, I held it in. I couldn't do anything about it. I didn't want to, we were talking and I didn't want to walk away and go over there and blame it on that person. So, yeah, Prince House, that would be fun. I would love to see the Prince House. Yep, I really would. And that would be cool. And Kathy said now she wants to go to Minnesota so she can see the Prince House. Like, everybody just wants to see the Prince House. Why wouldn't you want to? Hi, Christina. I mean, of course you'd want to see the Prince House. I mean, it has to feel crazy when you go inside of it. So lots of things going on this week. Brett Michaels is doing Party Gras again. Al just told me that Steve O'Gerry is going to be with Brett next week and Lita Ford. Dang it. In California. Like, if I had the means to drop whatever I was doing and say, Al, I'll be back in a few days. I'm going to CA. I'm going to see Steve, Brett, and Lita. You're going to have to just take care of the cat and the dog by yourself. Hi, Kathy Bailey. How are you? Kathy Bailey, our favorite Texas realtor. The only one in Texas. So I would totally do it. I would go, but I can't. I think it's literally next weekend. And also, Brett on the lineup this year, he's got Don Felder. He's got, I have to look at his name because I don't know him, but Chris Jansen we've talked about this, but I don't know Chris Jansen. Um, D. Snyder, we all know him from Twisted Sister, and of course, Mr. Man, who's on the ballot now for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. Of course, he's going to get in. Lou Gramm. Hello. So that's pretty exciting. And I think that Brett is just a smart guy. He just knows what's up. You know what I'm saying? He knows what's up. The guy is just a genius when it comes to this stuff. And the Party Gras is actually, it could be sold out in more cities, but I know there's one city, maybe it's Kansas. Don't quote me. I'm just going off the top of my noggin. I think it's already sold out completely. Like no more tickets. You can't get one unless you pay a lot of money for it. So Party Gras, I'm telling you, we had a great time last year. If we can get to go again this year, the closest they're coming to us is New Hampshire. So I would like to see them come to Massachusetts again. If it happens, I'm going because I would love to. It's just a fun show. And Don Felder, come on, people. Lou Gramm, hello. Dee Snider, I mean, just fun. But to see Lita with Brett, that's going to be a great show because she is freaking phenomenal, literally. Have any of you seen Lita Ford in concert? Raise your hand. Give me a heart, something. Hey, Tanya, what is going on? And hello, Rhonda and Deej, how are you? So have any of you seen Lita Ford in concert? I want to see if anyone has. I'm going to wait. Just wait a second. Because Lita puts on the best show ever. Ever, ever, ever. Literally, she doesn't stop. She continues to go the whole time. It's Tanya said no, but she's a badass. Yeah, she certainly is. And if you have not seen Lita Ford, go see her. If she's coming to a town or city near you or county or whatever, go see Lita Ford. I'm telling you, you'll have a great time. She's so good. Now, Steve Miller, who's he going out with? Is he on the Journey tour? I don't know because it seems like there's a bunch of there's Cheap Trick and there's Heart. Is Steve Miller in that too or no? Help me out. Help me. Hey, Elise, how are you? Help me. So Steve Miller, haven't seen him in a long time in the band, and Kenny Lee Lewis and his fabulous wife Diane. I would love to go and see them. Steve Miller is on the tour. Oh, thank you, Kathy. So I'm guessing in certain cities, Steve Miller is on the tour with Journey and Def Leppard. So I would love to see Steve Miller. I don't think he's at the Fenway show. Heart is. I'm not going to that. I'm not going to any of them right now. We are good, Halise. Thank you very much for asking. How are you? And Gina Thomas. How are you, Gina? We love you. We love you, Gina. Sending big virtual hugs. And Deej says she has seen Steve Miller. We saw Steve Miller once at Bally's, Twin River in Rhode Island. Oh my gosh, how many years ago was that? It has to be 5 or 6 years ago. It was a fun show. I got to tell you, though, I would love to see Peter Frampton again. Oh my gosh, he puts on a great show too. I mean, that was around, I think it was it that year we saw Steve Miller and Peter Frampton at the same time? And it was Peter Frampton and the Doobies. What a freaking combination that was. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. My love, Peter Frampton. I'm telling you, that guy. I guess he's doing well. You know, he's still out there doing his thing. And I didn't think he was going to do his thing, but he's still doing his thing, which is fantastic. And Kathy said she's going to see Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks for the first time. That's going to be a great show. Like, how long is that show? I mean, between Billy Joel's catalog and Stevie Nicks' catalog, it's going to be like a 5-hour show. Probably not, though. I'm guessing at least 3. Literally. good for you guys for going to all these concerts and just buying the tickets and having yourselves a good time. It's I always say it, whatever you love to do, just do it. YOLO, you only live once within reason. Don't go crazy. But it's just so good to see everybody go out and enjoy themselves and do what they love to do and just have fun because it's all about having fun. It sucks when you don't have fun. Like, does that make any sense? Of course it sucks when you don't have fun. Having fun is what life is all about. What Actually, it's what life should be about. We should just be able to go out there and enjoy ourselves. And, if you want to see 500 concerts a year, go ahead. That's up to you, man. And I think it's great. No hate here. So the grandbaby is due at the beginning of June. The baby shower is in 2 weeks. I can't even believe it. Is it 2 weeks? All right. So no, this weekend, yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I got to start wrapping. I literally haven't wrapped a thing yet. And I have so many things to wrap. But we already bought them their rocker. So they've had that. I'm not hauling that to the shower. Are you kidding me? Like, nobody has to know we bought the rocker. You guys know because I'm telling you right now. But it's in the room. It's in their baby's room. I'm not wrapping it. My mother, literally, if she was still here and this was her grandbaby, well, I bought them the rocker, but you know what? We're putting a bow on it and we're taking it to the shower so everybody can see that I bought that rocker for that baby. So she would totally force me to do that. However, the rocker is in place. It's not leaving. It's not leaving their place. I don't even know. This is how ridiculous I am. Literally. Let's talk about problems that I have mentally. Seriously. So I said, give me the registry. I got to have the registry like right away. So I went and bought all the stuff I had to buy. Do you know it's still in a box? It's still in an Amazon box. I have the wrapping paper, I have all the stuff, and I haven't wrapped a thing yet. So I do have to do that. And oh my gosh, I've been buying clothes. I mean, oh my God. And they're going to get so much stuff. And it's a problem. You just don't know when to stop because with baby clothes, oh, this is so cute. Oh my gosh, look at these little shoes. Oh, look at the little hat. You can't, it's a freaking addiction. Literally. Thank you, Deej. Yeah, it's fun. We're very excited. Again, bringing some happiness into our world, which is amazing. And, that's what life is all about. Life is all about your friends, your family. And really, that's the core of our lives, right? The core of our lives is our friends and our family, our community. Then everything else can come later. But this circle that everyone had, all of you has this circle. This is what means everything, right? Because this is the circle that's going to support and love and care for you. And then all of this other stuff around the circle, it's like bonuses. You know what I mean? It's good bonus stuff. But it's like you can't rely on the things that are outside of this nice tight circle. Like I know who I can rely on. I know who's there for us. I know that. They're all right in here. And that's the same with all of you. Right? You know what I'm saying. And all of this other fun stuff around it, it's just bonus. So who's having twins? Oh, Carol Jean. Oh, her daughter's twins are coming July 1st. That's exciting. Oh my goodness. That is so fun. Very, very fun. I mean, really, two babies. Holy moly. And Michelle is a grandma of two now. She's got the twins. And her third grandbaby is coming in April. And it's like I look at her and go, there's no way you're a grandmother of three. Like it's so weird. We literally grew up together and I look at her and go, oh my gosh. And now she's going to be looking at me going, oh my gosh, you're a grandma now too. It's so nuts how life works. Right? especially when you grow up with somebody and you see their kids having like to look at Michelle's son and say, "Oh my gosh, he's such a wonderful dad and husband to be," and it's so, mm, it's just so awesome. Again, that's all the stuff that's happiness and joy, and it's really good. Oh, Carol Jean says her daughter has 4 kids already. Very, very cool. And Jotty, how are you? Very nice. Bye, Mark. And Gina said, uh, hubby and I are in Newport as we speak. Oh my goodness, booked a quick escape and are picking up whoopie pies from my girl Joanne for the doctors and nurses at the neuro ICU team at Yale. How nice is that? Very, very nice. Oh, Newport's great this time of year. It's cold, but who cares? There's no one there. That's so good for you, Gina. Um, to be in such a tourist place and not have to worry about the tourists, it's great. That's why like Newport will start to take off probably early May, late April, early May, but it's still not super busy. It gets really busy when the kids are out of school and all of that. And weekends are always they're always pretty busy down there. But it's really a great time to visit Newport. And I said to Al, I said, you know what? This year we're going to the beach. We're going to the beach. We're going to make it a priority to just go. You know, I I'm not really a beach girl. I used to be in my younger years. I loved going. I loved sitting in the sun and baking and basting and bubbling. I did it all. I did it. I loved it. I wouldn't do that now. Geez, I got to preserve as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to I need some formaldehyde. But I won't be basting and baking. However, I said we gotta just go, walk in the sand, put our feet in the water. Like I'm afraid to go in the ocean. I feel like a shark's gonna eat me. Like because let's face it, sharks have nowhere to go, right? I mean, the whole world's being taken over by aliens. I just made that up. Sea aliens. No, really though, I feel like we have more shark sightings in Rhode Island now. And dolphins, I would like to ride a dolphin. I think that would be fun. Only if it's a friendly dolphin. Like if it's a mean dolphin, I wouldn't want to because then he would eat me. So I don't want to do that. I'm just reading the comments here. And Carol Jean says she loves the beach. Her daughter lives down by the beach near Galveston, Texas. I'm in Rhode Island. It's a beach state. It's the ocean state. And we have not been to the beach in such a long time because I turned into a curmudgeon with the beach. I'm like, I don't want to get skin cancer. I don't want to do all the literally. And I'm trying to preserve, like I said, what I've got. But now I said, you know what? We can go either early in the morning or late in the day. Like it's not a big deal. You just got to figure it. I know. I know. All these things we have to think about, but it's okay. It all works out. It really does. Oh my gosh, Jody said my house on the beach is gone. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's horrible. Horrible. I'm sorry. So yeah, beach in Rhode Island is just really, really beautiful. And Gina and her husband are in Newport, which is stunning. I mean, you can't get better than Newport. And if any of you ever go to Newport, you got to do a mansion tour or some mansion tours. I feel like the history is so rich. And now, Dej, as we're talking about the history of Newport, Gloria Vanderbilt, the Vanderbilt Mansion, and watching Capote versus the Swans. This week's episode was a little bit better. I fell asleep, though, watching it last night. So I have to still watch Wednesday night's episode. I have to finish watching that. This was better. The last two, I was getting bored. But I'm sticking with it because I love the story. And Gloria Vanderbilt, like these rich women had freaking issues, man. Like, they just let their husbands philander. They didn't care. They philandered. They all knew each other was philandering, but it was about bottom line was about the money. Like, I don't care as long as I get the money. Give me my dresses, my shoes, my handbags. You go do what you want. I'll do what I want. I could never effing live like that. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it to have a few extra bucks in your pocket. Well, they had more than a few extra bucks, but dang, dude, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Really, I could not do it. I don't care. And then like these young girls marrying these really old guys. Sorry, I can't. Like that's a whole conversation right there. All right, how many of you would do that? Guy or girl? Would you marry someone so much older because they had a crap ton of money? Raise your hand. Would you do it? I'm saying no. I wouldn't do it. Yep. And Gina said they philandered with their friends' husbands, crazy pants. I know. Deesh says no, she wouldn't do it. It's like so effed up. Like literally, literally. You've got to watch Capote versus the Swans though, because Jotty said hell yeah, he would do it. Patty says no. Tanya says no. Thank you. So Jotty's in his own category. But most of us, I'm guessing we would not. But Capote versus the Swans, Jotty said he can be a pool boy. But you got to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Um, the whole, like, just these women, I know I've talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but dang, like, these women have such stories. One woman killed her husband. It was an accident. Y- the history is so cool, though. And that's why I love going to the Newport Mansions. I haven't been in a few years, but it's such a fun thing to do. And to know that these people made all of this money tax free, it's sick in the head. Like millions of dollars. And back in the day, those millions were worth gazillions right now. So, oh man, just to think how times were different, how they made their money. And mm, mm, mm. Yeah, Carol says no way. I'm with you. I'm with you. I wouldn't do it. And they did it, and people still do it today. They do it, and I think we're all worth more than that. I really do. No matter who you are, we're all worth more than that. Oh man, I got off on that rampage. So I'll have a sip. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff going on this week. Right now, we're going to talk about. I want to talk about Wendy Williams. What a sad story. Do you guys know about Wendy Williams? Let me know. I may have to put my glasses on for this. Yes, Deej knows. It may have to. How do you like the black ones? It matches my shirt. They match my shirt. Oh, it's terrible. I know it. Helly says yes. But see, I put the glasses on. Well, I could do it. I could, but then I need light. Oh my god. This old thing sucks. Can I just tell you? I'm just being completely honest. You know, Nancy said, "Hi, Nancy. Did I say hi to you? I'm sorry. Hi, Nancy. I think I said hi to you. You were like the first one to say hi. I forget. See, it's a problem. You like them? It's just these are reading glasses. I have to get my prescription glasses, but the ones they prescribed me, I'm kind of afraid to get them. They're what do they call them? Like up here is normal, and then down, like if what do they call them? Like they're the double things. They prescribed those for me. And the eye doctor's like, well, you might have a headache for a few weeks. Do I really want to do that? But I kind of want to see. Gina says she's getting ready for her hot date. We're going to 22 Bowens. Oh, fancy schmancy, fancy pants. Good for you. You go have fun, Gina. Get a lobster. Make sure you get a lobster and get some. If they have Clams Casino or some. Oh, no, wait. Like Al said, why am I doing this? It's because I can't see with them on. You got to get some oysters. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. Get some oysters, Gina. Have fun. Bifocals. Is that what they're called? I thought they were called something else. Oh my gosh. Elise said Sally Jesse Raphael is going to be 89 on Sunday. That's insane. I know. Right, Patty? Hopefully Sally is doing well. Like, I watched her all the time with her big glasses. They red glasses. I picture her in a red suit, the blonde hair, the short hair. Always watch Sally. She was great. My mother loves Sally. Al, Bowen's Wharf. That's a great place. Elise said she's doing great. That's awesome. Have fun, Gina. Go have your hot date. Have some oysters. Everybody's saying hi to you, Al. Oh, Jotty. She was not 80 in the 80s. Come on. She was awesome. She was awesome. All right. Let's talk about Wendy Williams. Can I do this? I look ridiculous. I can't. This is too serious. I can't. Okay. I can't say I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself. This is just, it's such a problem. Like some days I can see really good, and then other days I can't. All right. Wendy Williams, the former talk and radio show host, has recently been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia, a disease that slowly damages parts of the brain that control speech and language, and has also been diagnosed with frontal temporal dementia. How sad is that? She's only 59, guys. 59 years old. Now, for the past couple of years, Wendy has been seen in the media basically as a different person from the one we all came to know. Her appearance became noticeably different, as well as the way she would communicate when caught by the media. And when Wendy Williams, What a Mess, came out in 2021, you knew that there was something off about her, but she still communicated about her divorce, her celebrity feuds, and how she was going to make a comeback to TV. Fast forward to today, and there is a new 2-part Lifetime documentary airing part 1 tomorrow night on Saturday. However, there is a snag with the unreleased documentary. Where is Wendy Williams? Now, Wendy's guardian, her court-appointed guardian, filed a lawsuit against Lifetime to stop the release of the documentary, but it is airing tomorrow as planned. Wendy's family found out about her recent diagnosis through the Guardian's release of the information, and the family had no prior knowledge. And that's the problem when, these celebrities get appointed a guardian. There's no control over anything anymore because that guardian has control over their life, their entire life, and their finances. Britney Spears. And that was her own father. Now, Wendy's niece, Alex Finney, the daughter of Wendy's only sister, Wanda, she is a journalist and is, of course, hoping the best for her aunt and godmother, and says that if Wendy can and wants to return to TV and it will make her happy, hopefully that will happen for her. Wendy is currently in a facility in an undisclosed location, and we can only hope for the best for Wendy and her family. Like I said, Wendy's only 59 years old being diagnosed with dementia. Like that is, you do hear of more younger people being diagnosed with the disease. So it's just terrible, terrible disease. And Bruce Willis as well. He has the same disease that Wendy has. And I'm sorry, I have to look at that. That was it is called, I apologize. It is called primary progressive aphasia, and that's what takes away your speech. So, yeah, Bruce Willis too, like, oh man. And it's hard, these people are in the public eye all of our lives. We've just grown up with them or just have known of them pretty much most of our lives, and then to see them fail like that, it's even though we don't know them, and that's why it's just a weird conundrum with the whole celebrity thing. We don't know these people, but we feel like we know them. We feel like we're connected to them. But we're not the ones who take care of them and go through what their family goes through on a daily basis. Um, yeah, that is what Bruce Willis. I don't. Does he have dementia as well? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't want to say, but I know he has the aphasia. He has that. Um, but yeah, Wendy has just, gosh, and the media has done a terrible job putting her in the public eye. Like they would catch her at times. I get it. Wendy's been very elusive, understandably so. She has a reason to be. But she's always been gracious to the media when they've gone up to her, but they like bum rush her. And her eyes are so big, probably because she's like, what the heck is going on? These people had just come up to me, and then she's trying to be polite, and they're not catching her at her best, and they're airing this stuff all over TikTok and whatever. It's like sometimes, I just feel like with the paparazzi, leave these people alone, especially if there's something going on like that. Granted, because of the media, we've seen Wendy's decline, but Jesus God, like leave her alone though. Do you have to paint her in that light like that? You see, like she's just getting out of literally the woman would just be getting out of a car and the cameras are in her face and they're asking her questions and come on, really have respect for these people and for yourselves. I think the whole paparazzi thing now it's just disgusting to me. It's disgusting. Just leave them alone. If people consent to talking to you, that's one thing. You have something previously set up, but to just get somebody, maybe they just came from the doctors or, maybe they came from their family member's house and something's going on. Leave them alone. Oh man. Demi is so cute with Bruce and his wife. They live in Idaho. Demi Moore is freaking gorgeous. What is she, 60? Oh my God. She's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And she is in the Capote versus the Swans series. And I literally don't even realize it's her. And same thing with what do you call? How do you say her first name? Callista Flockhart from Ally McBeal. I can't, I look at her and I don't even think of Ally McBeal. I don't even think of Callista Flockhart. It's like they're so good at playing these other women. You just don't even. Oh, and Diane Lane is amazing. Oh my gosh. I loved Ally McBeal too. I loved that show. But in this series, these actresses are really doing a great job with just camouflaging who we know them to be, if that makes any sense. They're so good. Yeah, give them space. God dang it. Like, girl, leave them alone. Mm. Cheers. Definitely. I will be watching that Wendy Williams documentary tomorrow night on Lifetime. I don't know if it comes on at 8 or 9 Eastern. I'm not sure. But I will be watching that. I don't know when part 2 comes out. I know that a couple of times Lifetime has done the part 1 and then the part 2 in the next night. So, you know what's weird? Do you guys know who Gypsy Rose is? Were you following her at all? She killed her mother and recently got out of prison and she like automatically got millions of TikTok followers. And Lifetime did a documentary on her. And it's like she just fell off the face of the earth. It's like she was huge and everybody's like free Gypsy Rose, yada yada yada. And now it's like, where is Gypsy Rose? That's the thing with sudden fame, I think. It's kind of hard to keep that momentum going. Oh, Demi is 62. Holy moly, she looks amazing. Like, what the heck? Whatever she's doing, I want some. Her and J-Lo, they look great. Yep, cheers. Cheers, Carol. That's right. Nancy, if you had any fries, I have not had fries. I've like I said, I've been really good with my diet, but I wicked cheated tonight, and I don't even care. Like I'm pretty mad at myself now that I did it, but it's okay. I'll get over it because I'm gonna rally tomorrow through the rest of the week. I'm just gonna be a big rallier. Yeah. And on to other news. My goodness. Like these were just two in a row, kids. So Mick Jones, a foreigner, I'm sure you've all heard about it, heard about the announcement. He recently revealed that he has Parkinson's disease, and his open letter on social media read as follows. Fans will have become very aware for some time now. I have not been performing on stage with the band. A number of years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. I want everyone to know that I am doing all right. However, I've always liked to be at my best when performing on stage, and sadly, at present, find that a bit difficult. I'm still very much involved in the background with Foreigner and remain a presence. Parkinson's is a daily struggle. Several of my friends are also dealing with the disease. The important thing is to persevere with the loving support of my family and remind myself of the wonderful career I've had in music. I thank all the fans who have supported Foreigner throughout the years and continue to attend our concerts. Please know I appreciate your support. It always means so much to me, especially so at this point in my life. And Mick has been absent for quite some time, and he has made short appearances here and there. And then this diagnosis was revealed by him just a couple of days ago. Now, Rolling Stone magazine said that Mick stopped performing regularly with Foreigner in 2022. However, when Al and I saw Foreigner in 2018, Mick only came out for a few songs. So he was not on stage the entire time, and that's several years ago. And he was diagnosed with Parkinson's, he said, several years ago. So he's been dealing with this for a very long time. And people have been talking about this for a very long time. Now, as of today, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame voting, you all know about that. Peter Frampton, he is in first place. Foreigner is in second, and Cher is in third. If you have not voted for Foreigner yet, go to vote.rockhall.com. And Foreigner absolutely will get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because not only is it long overdue, they deserve to be there. And I know that it's such a thorn in everyone's side, mine included, the whole Rock Hall thing. Let's face facts here. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has really been, you don't want to use the word nonsensical, but in ways it has been nonsensical because when Jan Wenner came out, and last week Lou was calling him Jan. So I'm like, is his name Jan? I've been calling him Jan, but I think a lot of people call him Jan Wenner. Anywho, he was on the board of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, he was on there to help get people nominated on the ballot and stuff. And he pretty much admitted, if he didn't like you, you weren't going to get in there. And Lou has said over the years that there was definitely something personal against Jan, and Mick, possibly. So that's probably why they haven't been on the ballot. But it is interesting that now Jan, I will call him Jan because that's what I've been calling him, is gone from the committee. He was booted off by making some pretty nasty comments. It is kind of interesting now that Foreigner is finally on the ballot. So I'm making a plea with all of you. Now that Foreigner's there, we know they're going to get in. There's just hands down. And going back quickly to, how we all feel about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, just all you got to do is go to rockandrollhalloffame.com, look at the list of people who are getting on the ballot, and you just scratch your head and go, come on. Like, I just don't even know who some of the people are. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not, I tell you guys all the time, I am not into every nook and cranny of music. I'm just not. I don't have the time for it, and I don't know it. I love the music I love. I pretty much like all the music you guys love. I am a pop girl, a rock girl, all the known hits. That's what I like. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I know this obscure song from so and so." Nope, I don't. I'm not that person. I don't know that. I know what I know. I know the top 40, the top 100. That's my jam. That's where I sit. That's where I listen. I don't care. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. So for me, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we've had this discussion here many, many times before. Come on, people should be in there and on the ballot who are rock and rollers. I mean, I love Cher. I love her. I think she's the freaking best thing since Prosecco, okay? And we know how much I like Prosecco. So I love her to pieces. Should she be on that ballot? I mean, I don't know. I don't consider her a rocker. I just don't. I mean, is she freaking awesome and phenomenal? Yes. Of course she is. I'm not I'm not saying that, but I just think the choices are strange. They're weird. I mean, like I, I don't know what I don't know what people are thinking when they're putting these lists together. I really don't. So I'm making a plea and I'm going to do something. Eddie Money needs to be on this ballot next year and he needs to get inducted. This is effing ridiculous. I know there are many other bands as well. Styx. Yes, we know, right? I'm I'm having to put my whole self into saying that Eddie Money needs to be on this ballot. He needs to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He wanted that, and he should have gotten it while he was here. But if that honor can go to him now, today, next year, his family would so much appreciate it. And it would be such an honor for them to be able to know that Eddie would have loved that. So I'm saying right here and right now, we all have to just do something. I don't care. Send an email on a daily basis to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame people, whoever they are. I'm going to find out who they are, and we're going to make this a quest. This has to be a thing. Eddie Money has to get on the ballot next year, and he has to get into that institution. Whether we like it or we don't like it, it's still a thing. And the people who get into it, most of them, I know some of them are not honored, but most of them are. Most of them are very happy to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's an honor, right? And it's just like, we can all sit back here and say, it's so weird, it's so goofy. It's like, what are these people thinking? But for these artists who have worked for so many decades, pouring their heart and soul into what they do for all of us, and it's an honor for them, we have to respect that. And I do respect it. And I think that A, foreigners should have been inducted years ago. They've been eligible since 2002. Eddie Money should have been in there years ago. But if we can get him in there now and on the ballot, it's the right thing to do. God dang it. Like, I want to swear right now, and I'm not going to because I don't want to. Oh, but I would swear if I could. It's right here, but I'm not going to. But we're going to do this, and we're going to start making a plea. Every week we're here. I'm going to do something to get into their ear. And hopefully, all of you will help to get Eddie on that ballot because he deserves to be there. Like so many other bands, I get it. But you know what? Eddie did a lot. That man worked. It's emotional, right? He worked until he could not work anymore. That man worked really hard. And he was funny and he gave us the best music ever. So, why am I emotional right now? Because this is how much music means to all of us, right? It this is why we all gather here and we all, talk to each other because we all came here together because of music, right? This is why we're here. So it's BS, and Eddie needs to be on that ballot, plain and simple. So we're going to do a little something every single week, and I'm going to tag the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame every single week. So I'm going to do my little clips, and I'm going to put them out on YouTube, and I'm going to put it on Facebook, and I'm going to put it on Instagram, and I'm just going to keep tagging them, and I'm going to try and do one little thing a day, and it needs to happen out of respect, and out of respect for all of the music he gave us. God dang it. Oh, it's so it's angering. I just made up that word. It's angering, but it is. I'm angry. But I'm not going to be angry once he gets on that ballot, because he will get on that ballot next year. I know it. You know when you just know something, and everybody's going to help, because I know you all love Eddie too. Well, that was a soapbox moment. Jeez, I just get going, and you can't stop me, but it's the truth. It's the hardcore truth. You know, it has to happen. I know. There's so many bands, but I really feel, Eddie should have been on it this year, but we got Foreigner there. Foreigner's there. And now, we all have to go and vote.rockhall.com, and just keep them up there, and keep voting for them, so they get their induction. They're going to get it. We know that so many people love them, and they're going to get it. I have no doubt in my mind they're going to be inducted. But now Eddie's next. That's it. Has to happen. Thank you, Deej. You go and vote daily. Yep, you do it. And Kathy says, when I think of Eddie Money, the song Take Me Home Tonight always pops into my head. That's the cool thing with music. We have memories that trigger us, and we have songs that we always think about. And, you know, that's the cool thing about music, right? We can think of happy things, we can think of sad things, we can think of, mediocre things. We can equate one song with maybe going to the junior prom, or one song with, oh my gosh, my husband asked me to marry him, to that song. Or my when I was pushing out my baby Johnny, that song was playing. No, I will tell you, when I had when I gave birth to my son, was it Chris? It was Chris, because he was the last one. When I was giving birth to my son Chris, Oprah was on. It was like 4:15 in the afternoon. I do so there was no music playing at my party, but Oprah was on. But see, I remember that. Why do I remember it? I don't know. I don't know. It's a sick thing, but it's true. Just like music, though, we remember little bits and pieces of songs, and where we were, and da 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 da. And Deej says, music makes our memories great. Yes. Yes. It's true. No matter what, you cannot take our music away. And that's what, shapes and has shaped all of us. My gosh, surrounded by music. Look at cassette tapes. Oh my God. I loved popping cassette tapes in my car, and I hated when it got stuck in the tape player. That's how I knew my car was on its way out, when the cassette player was going. Not because the car wasn't working. When the cassette player stopped working, I knew it was over for my car. Isn't that ridiculous? I can't. I just can't. It's a problem. It's raining. Is it raining where you guys are? Raining here in Rhode Island. And Al said it's going to be in the 50s next week. I sure hope so, because I'm done. I'm so over it. I don't want to see snow boots anymore. No shovel. My dog Louie, he's like, listen, I'm over the snow. My feet are his feet are this big. Like, can you even see that? That's how big one of his little feet. Actually, they're small, and they're like that big. So his little feet get cold, but he's a rhinoceros. Like, he thinks he's 100 pounds. So he's like, I'm gonna go in the snow, but then he's cold. Poor little thing. He's so cute. He's just a little doll. That kid. I love him. But my buddy Michelle and I are going for a walk tomorrow. Al said, how are you going to walk? There's snow on the bike path. I said, maybe it's gone. We're going to try. Oh, Karen, what is going Oh my gosh, it's snowing, Karen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for you. But in can like does it ever stop snowing in Canada? I think it does, right in July. Like maybe you'll get a reprieve. But everybody say hi to Karen. And Deej said she's got 62 degrees today. You're lucky. Oh, Karen said first snow in months. Really? Really? Now, I watched somebody on YouTube in Canada. She's in Toronto, I think. It's always snow. Always, always, always. Hey, Sandra, how are you? That's crazy, Karen. Well, that's good though, right? I mean, are you getting a lot of snow, a little snow? Kathy wants to know what time zone you're in Canada. So I'm hoping the snow is over for us. I'm done. I can't. And the whole people thing saying, "Oh, it's so pretty. I love it." I can't stand it now. I just can't. You know what it is? It's the cold. I don't want to be cold anymore. Oh, so Karen's on the West Coast. So I'm just, I don't want to. I don't want to play anymore. I just don't. All right. So the Grammy Awards, I didn't watch them. Am I awful? Like, am I an awful human being? Yeah, I just am. I just didn't, though. Now, I didn't even watch clips of Usher. Did any of you? My daughter said it was amazing. And then other people were saying it was the worst thing they've ever seen. And then some people were saying it was okay. So I don't know. I think he was on roller skates or something, right? I literally don't know. Hey, Sandra, how are you? And Deej does not watch the Grammys anymore. And Deej says he lip synced. And Tanya said she's done with being cool too. Yeah, I'm with you, Tanya. So I don't know what the whole thing with Usher was, but I didn't watch it. What was I even doing? I was probably I was probably writing my little blog thing for the next day. I don't care. It wasn't it because Al told me a few weeks ago that Journey was going to be in the halftime show at the Super Bowl. No, they weren't. I said, dude, that would have been huge news, and they weren't there. That I would have watched. That I would have had a pre-party for. Like that, I would have had nachos. I would have probably ordered a pizza, maybe even made a pizza. I would have done some preparing for that if that was the case, but that was not the case. So I didn't care. Um, if Justin Timberlake was on, I would have watched that. I like him. But sure, I like Usher. I'm not saying I don't like him. I just wasn't my thing. But at the Grammys, I guess Taylor Swift made history. She won her fourth Album of the Year award. No surprise there because, I mean, I think every year for the past several years, it's been Taylor Swift year. I mean, she's blowing everybody out of the water. She's making money hand over fist. Everybody loves Taylor Swift, and it's her time. So she might as well just go for it, right? Miley Cyrus brought home her first and second Grammys. I love Miley Cyrus. I freaking adore her. I think that, and I've said this before, I think that Miley Cyrus should literally take over the classic rock genre and just carry it on. Like just keep it going because she can sing our songs. You know what I mean? She has that voice. Like she can sing everybody. She can sing Stevie Nicks, she can sing Heart, she can sing everyone and do it so well. Like she does it great because she's just got that beautiful voice that she can do that. So good for her. And I guess let's see, Joni Mitchell was there and she did her first ever Grammys performance after fighting back from a near fatal aneurysm. So let's see. While the Big Yellow Taxi Singer is one of the most influential singer songwriters from the 60s folk revival era and won 10 Grammy Awards, as well as the 2022 Music Cares Person of the Year honor, she hadn't had a Grammy moment as a performer until last night. So she did her first Grammy performance. I mean, Joni Mitchell, she has just been on that train ride since the Newport Folk Festival a couple of years ago, given everybody chills of a lifetime. You know, I watched her performance online and I was crying. Like, oh my God, it was just such a beautiful moment. And to know all that that woman has been through and to see her come back like that. And that's again, just what it's all about, just beautiful, beautiful how music works. And she was with Brandy Carlisle, who is like her person, and I think Brandy Carlisle became Tanya Tucker's person as well because she rallied to have her do a documentary and music and all. If you have not seen that Tanya Tucker documentary, it is so good. Go and watch that if you have a chance. Even if you don't know Tanya Tucker's music, you'll love this document. I'm telling you, it was so well done. Brandy Carlisle, another really understated artist, I feel. I feel like she's such a genius in what she does, but she just flies below the radar. And she seems happy with that. But she's very, very good at what she does. Oh, and Tracy Chapman, she performed there. Look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so fun. And she did a very rare performance because when do you hear about Tracy Chapman? You don't. And she did Fast Car. Now, somebody else did that one too, because I've heard that on the radio by a country singer. Who does that? Let me look that up. Unless somebody. Hi, Eunice. How are you? Let's see. Who does Fast Car besides Tracy Chapman? Fast Car. Luke Combs. That's a good one too. He does a nice job with it. So yeah, Tracy Chapman performed. Other than that, Celine Dion. There we go. She made a surprise appearance. I thought she looked amazing. Again, just from me looking after, I didn't watch the Grammys. But she has a rare neurological disorder that causes muscle stiffness. Stiff person syndrome. There's no cure for it. And she's allegedly, I hate saying the word allegedly, she is in a lot of pain, per what we read, all the time. And it's very difficult to control. And she just released her diagnosis in 2022. And she was supposed to have many more performances. She had to cancel. And everybody just went nuts when she came out. And she looks great. But again, maybe she was able to just do that appearance for that moment in time, But she's only what? She's only 55. Again, isn't that good? Wendy Williams, 59, going through dementia. Celine Dion, and we've known about this, for at least a year now. So when she was 54, she got diagnosed with stiff person syndrome. Oh my gosh, so crazy and so sad. Hey, Laura, how are you? I'm not a Swiffer jet. What is that? A Swiffer jet? What is going on? And Christina says, I don't care for Taylor Swift. Here's the thing. You've got your Swifties. You've got your people that just, yeah, she's cool. Like, that's me. Like, I'm here in the middle. And then you got your people who are just going to say, listen, I can't stand her. And I've been hearing a lot of that lately because a lot of people are getting mad that she's taking focus away from football. I'm like, she's only taking away because you're letting her take it away. Like, who cares? Like, she's dating this dude, this football guy who happened to win the Super Bowl. And he's got nice facial hair. I like his beard. But she's happy, whatever, is what it is. I don't care. Like, I just what's the song? I say you're too late. Na, 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 na. Oh yeah. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Can't just stop me grooving. Da, 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 da. Ba, da, da. Baby, it's gonna be alright. And the player's gonna play, 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 play. I like that song. And the haters gonna hate, 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 hate. Right. Shake it up, shake it up. Like that one I like. That's a good one. And there's probably one more. But I do not listen to all of our music and I just don't. And yes, we're so sorry, Sandra, about your ex-husband. Sending love to you. And Deej says he's in Australia with her now. Are they riding a kangaroo? They could be. You never know. I mean, they can do whatever they want. They can. They can. I would not. Do you guys ever see that? There's a video online. It's very disturbing. It's a kangaroo who looks muscular. Like it's insane. Wait, I'm going to see if I can find it. Hold on. And then if I can share it, I will because it's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. So I can share things on YouTube now. Like it's so fun. And I'm kind of getting a little carried away with it, but I'm talking to you and I'm actually looking on another tab on Google. I know this is so fun. So let me just X out of that tab. I'm going to go up here. So muscular kangaroo, like it's the scare, like it's crazy. And this kangaroo went and attacked this guy, like he beat him up. Like I don't even know if I don't think it's real. That can't be real. Kangaroo, buff kangaroo. See? Like, is this real? Oh, he died. Wait a minute. So is he real? All right, I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. Oh, and he was beloved. Look, I'm going to show you. Ready? I'm going to share my screen. This is crazy. All right, so we're going to go muscular kangaroo. Roger the buff kangaroo. All right, ready? Here we go. Can you see that? Can you see him? So that kangaroo, but I don't think that's the kangaroo we're talking about. I think there was another. Oh, hi B40 B40. There's another kangaroo. Let me just do this. Hold on a second. Let's go here. I hope it fucks out of you guys. I'm gonna be really mad. All right, hold on. Muscular kangaroo who beat up a guy. Hold on. Who beat? This is the cool thing with Google. Like you can look up things. Like even if you don't know what you're talking about, Google knows what you're talking about. Man fights kangaroo for 6 minutes in Victoria. I think that's it. 6-foot mad kangaroo. Let me just see. I want to see. I have to skip the ad. Wait a minute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is crazy. Hold on. It's crazy. Oh no, that's another one. All right. I'm not finding the right one. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. No, that's another one. I don't even know if it's a real kangaroo. Is this the one? He was in the water. Oh, there's a lot of kangaroo fighting things. I'm not all right. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna waste your time, I should say. I can't find it. So we're gonna just bypass that. So bye, Carol Jean. Have fun with your granddaughter. There's a video of a kangaroo holding a guy's dog owner punches kangaroo, got dog back. I think that's it. Yes, he was trying to get his dog. Hold on. Kangaroo gets dog. I think you're right. Hold on. Why am I whispering? I have nobody to hide from. Let's see. Kangaroo. 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 This is so ridiculous. Kangaroo gets dog. See, you teach me something new, and then like that's it. Kangaroo gets dog. Man saves dog from jacked kangaroo. That's it. That's it. This is it. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. This is the F and it. It looks really insane. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it. Are you ready? This is crazy. Everybody, hold on. Yeah, the one in the water. This is it. Ready? Ready? Hold on. Kangaroo gets dog. This is so ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Can you see it? Hold on. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Hold on. All right, let me play it. This is so silly. Where'd it go? Oh my gosh, where'd it go? Can I play it? I can't. I don't have access to it. Where did it go? Oh, it's over here. I'm getting all excited. All right, here it is. This is so bad. All right, ready? Ready?
In a
Doesn't
headlock
that
by the
look wrong?
kangaroo, jumped into
Doesn't
action.
that look
So he
wrong?
slapped the
Like, oh my God.
kangaroo. The
Look,
kangaroo released the dog.
he
Turns
goes
out
after the
this
guy.
isn't the first time a dog has been rescued from this particular
That poor
kangaroo.
dog.
Look at
Oh
him.
my God. Oh,
And that,
Oh,
there he
no.
goes.
Put him up. Put him up. Here we go. Oh,
Is
oh my
that
God. Look at the
ridiculous?
muscles on that
time to.
kangaroo.
Look at
What is he lifting?
He's benching a
Holy
lot.
look at that
Wait.
kangaroo.
Ow.
It's just,
Oh
I
my,
feel.
I can't. I can't. That's scary as all get out. Thank goodness there are no kangaroos over here. Now, Al told me something funny. He said, our buddy John, I guess when he went to South Carolina. Now, our daughter lives in South Carolina, and she's never made mention of this to me, but our buddy John told Al when he went to South Carolina, he couldn't believe all the armadillos in the road. And my daughter has not mentioned anything about armadillos to me at all. So I didn't think, like, personally, Myrtle Beach was hot enough to have armadillos. Like, aren't armadillos in a really hot climate? Please tell me that I'm wrong, because I don't know. So John said there are a lot. So Kathy said she's seen live armadillos. Like, are they big? Are they just in Texas? Like, I thought armadillos were just in Texas, or like literally just really hot climate. I don't know. I guess they're in South Carolina, because South Carolina is not really. It gets warm, but roadkill. Ew. Do you know some people eat roadkill? They do. They go for it. They're like, you know what? It just died. I'm going to eat it. Oh God, I can't. What these things that pop in my head? It's not even good. B40 said first time saw armadillo was in the Rock the Casbah video. Rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. Sorry, don't like it. Doom, 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 doom. What? Oh, you saw a Roadrunner today? Nuh-uh. Like, are they real? Are Roadrunners real? Like, I'm thinking Bugs Bunny. Are they real? Come on. Are they real? Roadrunner's real. I'm Googling that right now. I'm not gonna Google over your face, right? I'm just gonna do are road runners real? Oh my god, look, it says it. It comes right up. The road runners, genus Geococcyx. Did you know that? You learned something new today. A roadrunner is called a genus Geococcyx, also known as the chaparral bird or chaparral cock. Now, I didn't make that up. It's right here on Google. It's a chaparral cock. And I can say that because it's on Google. They are two species of fast running ground cuckoos with long tails and crests. So, roadrunners are real, and they're found in the southwestern and south central United States, Mexico, and Central America, usually in the desert. So, they're desert living creatures. So, let's see. Hallie said, when I lived in Florida, I had an armadillo the size of a large dog in my backyard. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Saw one in Arizona before. They don't look like the cartoon. You know what? That's funny that you say that, because yeah, here's a roadrunner, and it doesn't look like a cartoon. Like, that literally, it just looks like a bird. It just looks like a birdie. Look at. I'm gonna show you. See, look at that. Does not look like the cartoon. Can you see? I can't. I'm trying to not. Look, he's cute. You see my ring light? He's cute. Look at, oh, it's a roadrunner. I got to tell you, I'm so mad at the Blue Jays, man. I keep putting peanuts out for my squirrel because I got a fat squirrel coming around. So I'm guessing mom is going to have some babies because she's pretty fat. So I'm trying to help her and feed her. And ding dong Blue Jays keep eating all the peanuts. Like literally, they know when I open the door now. The Blue Jays are waiting for me to shut the door, and they come and they get the peanuts. And the squirrel can't even waddle there fast enough to get the peanuts. It's like, come on, people, leave the squirrel's food alone. We give you suet. You've got plenty of suet to chomp on. Leave the peanuts alone. And they don't. They're just annoying. Blue Jays are annoying. Eunice is in Arizona. You know what? I'm in Rhode Island. Little roadie. Little roadrunner, Rhode Island. I am. Al and I have been saying, like, should we leave? Should we go? Should we just go to a warmer climate and just ditch the snow? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. As much as we all think, like, how many of you, right? Just think about it for a second. If you are either, you're by yourself, you don't have like anything tying you down, or you're at your other stage of life, your kids are grown, everybody's on their own doing their own thing, or you're somewhere else, like, you know, would you just pick up and go to somewhere completely different? Like, if you thought of that, have you said, you know what? I just want to go somewhere different. I want to start my life again. And that's what it is. Like, you're literally starting all over again. Would you do that? How many of you have done it? How many of you would do it? How many of you are doing it right now? Like, are you in that process of just picking up your life and just moving somewhere else completely different and starting all over again? Make it a road show. No. I would have to have like a place. Like, I know it could be a road show to wherever we're going, yeah, but Nancy said she would do it if she was alone. Would you though? And Laura said she would love to. Deej says she would. Eunice says she would, but she has her granddaughter now. See, like, oh, Eunice said she did. She left Mass to go to Arizona in 1990. You did do that, didn't you, Eunice? And Tanya said, did it when she moved from Connecticut to New York City in 93. No regret. Tanya, you live in New York City? Nuh-uh. So you moved from Connecticut to New York City. That's interesting. See that? And you're talking about Connecticut, quiet town, you got trees and everything. Going to the city, like, completely change of life. And B40 says they want to leave New York in the worst way. So, wow, Tanya goes to New York and loves it. B40 wants to leave New York. Wow. And Halise said she would do it as soon as the kids leave. Jeez, it's just interesting. Kathy said she has cats and a headless mannequin wearing her mother's wedding dress. She needs to live in a house. And Kathy said she moved from California to Texas. Interesting, right? Like, but like, I think California to Texas, you're still going from one big state to another big state, right? Tanya went from Connecticut to New York City, which I find fascinating. But you've been there a long time, Tanya, since 1993. And she said public transportation is the best thing ever. Really? Wow. It's just, but see how everybody's so different? At this stage of my life, like, I would not move to a city. I wouldn't. I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island, and I didn't live in the city though. Like, I lived in Providence, but I lived in the I mean, can you really say the suburbs of Providence? I mean, I guess it was quiet. I mean, I wasn't in the inner city, So it was nice, but I wouldn't move back there. I wouldn't do it. I like the country. I like where I live now. I like the peace and the quiet, and I enjoy that. So I would want to continue to have that in my life. So Sandra says, I wouldn't because my daughter and granddaughters and all my family and friends are here. Yeah, see, like that's the whole thing. Like you have a life, you know? And Sandra said she moved from Texas to Wyoming in 2001. Oh, Wyoming. I heard it's beautiful there. Chris talks about Wyoming. Buffalo. Buffalo? Do you have buffalo? Elk? Like you have all the big animals, right? And Kathy says, I have family ties to Texas history. I am a descendant of two of Stephen F. Austin's original 300 colonists. Holy macaroni. That's cool. And the subways in New York City are like Mad Max now. Mad Max, remember that movie? And we have at least 3 family cemeteries. One is still being used. Wow. And Elise said, I also lived an hour north of Phoenix and she made a lot of friends there. That's the whole thing. Like, you got to be confident enough to say, you know what? I have to make new friends. I have to create an entirely new life for myself. So you got to be a badass to do that. Really, you have to be totally confident in yourself to do that, which all of you are. It's just who's going to do it, you know? And what would be your motivation to do it? The weather? Like ours would be the weather for sure. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this nonsense. I really am. I can't stand it anymore. Christina says she left Nevada in 99 and moved to Alabama, then back to Nevada for a year in 2021. And now you're back in Alabama because you missed your grandkids. Oh, that's so nice though. But see, you had something to go back to and you got to experience it. So that's very cool. I think that's cool. And Tanya said, cities are not for everyone, but I love it. My sister loves the country. Very true, Tanya. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I grew up in the city, not tech. I mean, well, yeah, I did technically grow up in the city, but not the inner city. So it's true. You're so right. I mean, you have to really love that way of living. Just like Boston. Al and I love going to visit Boston. We got to go soon because it's just such a fun place to visit. And every time I go, I never say this about New York City though, when we visit. I always say it about Boston. I'm like, I would love to live in Boston. But then I think about it and go, no, I wouldn't, because you really can't have a car. You have to be willing to walk or take public transportation everywhere. You can't have a car. Can't. Because it's not a good thing to park a car in Boston. And B40 said, my brother, his wife, moved from New York to Greenville, South Carolina. Best decision they ever made. That's what my daughter has said. She loves Myrtle Beach. She said she would never move back to Rhode Island, even though I beg her because we miss her terribly. But she says she would never move back here. And it makes me sad because we miss her so much. You know, as time goes by, like in the beginning, it's like, you know what, that's great. You're living your life. We're happy for you. But now that it's just been so much time, I'm like, dude, please come home. And then she says to us, well, you should come live here. But then we'd have to live somewhere else and create a new life for ourselves and leave a new grandbaby. You know, that's the whole thing. Like, and I have my close friends here. I have like three three friends. I have 3 friends. Well, no, I have a few more than that. I have a few. I have a handful. I have a handful of dear friends that would make me sad to leave. So it's tough, you know, but definitely something, you know, we toy with because as life goes by, you go, what are we doing? You know, what do we want to do for the next stage of our life? You know, and that's like when we all of us, because pretty much we're all in the same boat here, right? What do we want? What do we want? You know, do you ever think of that? I think about it all the time. What do I really want? I do want to be happy for sure. I want us all to be healthy, everybody. I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to be strong, opinionated. I want everybody to just be happy. Um, but then, like, when you focus on yourself, you go, what do Al and I really want? I just want to be happy and I want us to be healthy. Really, at the end of the day, those are the big basis things that I think are important. And then all the other stuff comes. But you have these conversations and you go, what the heck? Patty says, where are your friends? Al said, he has no friends. Oh, stop it. He always says that. He does have friends. Patty said, where are your friends, Al? Christina said, yes, the love for grandchildren trumps everything, even though my family lives in Nevada and California. That's it. I know once I see the baby, it's going to be like all bets are off. I'm not even going to think of anything anymore. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, it's going to be such a different. It's going to be different. We need to have a birthday party for Al. We should have a birthday party for Al. We should, I got to figure out this virtual thing. I got to figure it out. I've been saying that for years. It would be fun to bring, YouTube was supposed to have this thing. I'm like looking at my screen as I'm talking to you guys, where some creators, why did I eat that pizza? Can you just tell me? Anyway, I just burped, excuse me. That creators, and I think only some people have the ability to do this, can bring people on the screen with them. That would be so fun to do here, but I don't have it. I don't have I'm just hovering. I'm not touching anything. I don't have access to this feature. Manage, that's a pop out. Channel level settings, send view. See, I don't have it. I know that YouTube was testing it. I would love to get it because I think it would be so fun. That would be so fun to just so we could all see what each other looks like. Wouldn't that be cool? We can put a face to everybody. No, it was Al's birthday in November, actually, but that's very sweet. And let's see. Kathy's going to see the Craig Road Pet Cemetery when you go to Las Vegas. Was that from the video I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago from Wonder Hussy? So fun. Oh, Jody said Rod Stewart sold his song catalog for $100 million. No, there's no way he sold it that cheap. There's no way. Nuh-uh. I'm looking it up. Hold on. I'm looking that up right now. That, to me, that seems like a giveaway. That seems like a freebie. Hold on. Rod Stewart sells catalog. Oh, that was 8 days ago. I missed that one. Let's see. Hold on. In People magazine. So for nearly 100 million. That's it? Dude. Come on. That seems like so cheap. Rod Stewart, 100 million, and Bruce Springsteen gets 700. Is it me or does that not make sense? That number does not make sense to me. How does he need the money? Okay, so Eunice wants to know what it means selling a catalog. So he sold his rights to his song catalog. So they can actually go ahead and now let's see who bought it first because I'm just jumping into this. Let's see. Teamed up with iconic artist group for the sale of the company. Dedicated to preserving the legacies of legendary artists, looking to develop and expand his 6-decade musical legacy to a new generation of fans. Because when these companies buy these catalogs, they can basically do whatever they want with it. So they can put it in movies and TV shows and all of that stuff, bringing the older music to a new generation, right? So Stewart sold his interest in his publishing catalog and recording music, along with some name and likeness rights to music mogul Irving Azov's Iconic for nearly $100 million, reported on Thursday. The company has also raised $1 billion to invest in artist music assets. Let's see. All right, so representatives for Stewart did not immediately respond to people's request for comment on the value of the sale. I'm telling you, that seems like a really low dollar amount for Rod Stewart's music catalog. 100 million? ZZ Top. I thought their sale was wicked cheap too. They sold for 150 million. I'm like, three of them, 150 million, 50 million a piece for the ZZ Top music? Come on. Doesn't seem right. Hold on. It turned. Wait a minute. Da, da, da. Rod Stewart's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. He's had 16 top singles, making him the 15th greatest artist of all time. And he has 100 million? Doesn't seem right. Something's not right. Stewart sale for the Katy Perry sold the rights to her songs and albums for 220. I can't. So Katy Perry sells her catalog for 225 million. Rod Stewart gets 100. I'm not laughing. Yes, I am. Does that seem? No, no, no. That's some. Come on. Yep, Deej Springsteen. It's reported around 700 million. Jody said they never have the money you think they have. You know, though. Well, I think Rod has a lot of money, though. He's a sir. He's Sir Rod Stewart. I think the music industry changed so much once CDs came along. Let's talk about that. So CDs and then streaming. So everything went downhill after streaming for sure. But they did make a lot of money on records back in the day. And touring now, this is why these artists have to tour. Well, they don't have to do anything, really. If they were set up right and they had their finances in order, they don't have to do anything. Steve Perry doesn't have to do anything because he was smart with his money and with his deal. So, the artists, I kind of feel like the artists that are out there in our genre all the time, I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't be out there that much. That's just my own personal opinion. I feel like, go out for a certain amount of time during the year and then enjoy yourselves the rest of the year. Like maybe a couple of months, do a big tour, and then go have some fun. But geez, to be out there like all the time at this stage of the game, oh girl, I wouldn't want to do it. I'm tired just thinking about it. Al, I can't with you. Al said, "That's it. I'm selling my catalog." What, your catalog of stamps? Al has a catalog of stamps, and he can't even sell that. So I think that, Jody, you do have a point. You do have a point. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't think Rod needs them. I mean, I don't know. I don't know Rod Stewart. I don't know him. We don't know what his situation is, but I feel like 100 million is really cheap. There's no other word to put that with. Cheap. Katy Perry, 225 million. Iconic, legendary Rod Stewart. 100 million? Come on. Come on. What's going on in Pandora's box over there? Sears and Roebuck Christmas catalog, 1972. Deej says he deserved what Springsteen got. I was kind of surprised at the Bruce Springsteen number, to be honest. I mean, yeah, he's great. I mean, granted, the guy's a legend. Bruce Springsteen is, yes. I thought he got an excessive amount of money. Really. But you got to turn around and say, listen, they made a good business decision. They made a deal happen. And when you're a good business person, good things happen for you financially. Steve Perry. Like, you're just gonna keep bringing his name up. Steve Perry. He doesn't have to do anything now. What does he do? He's enjoying his life, hopefully. Hopefully he's in his studio having fun, just, singing to himself or singing to some lady. Let's start a want to start a rumor? Sure. Let's hope he's sitting in his studio in his house in California singing to some lady and writing songs about her. And then when he's not with us any longer, this whole lengthy catalog's going to come out. Steve Perry's greatest hits. And, it's going to be amazing and it's going to be a big seller. And it's all going to be dedicated to this woman that he had in his studio, in his house. Right? I was going to say in his basement, but I felt like that was just going on the side of being creepy. Because I think if I were to say Steve Perry's sitting in his basement in his studio, people would get mad about that. But maybe his studio's in his basement. It's more soundproof down there. I don't know. But hopefully he doesn't, like he's not keeping a girlfriend in the basement downstairs or anything. Maybe she likes it. I don't know. She might like that. So he's looking at his bag. I don't know. I don't think he's getting ready for any wedding. I think Steve Perry's just, again, he's sitting back going, I'm enjoying my life, everybody. I'm having a great time. I don't have to do nothing. I can go get ice cream. I can go to baseball games. I can do whatever the F I want because I'm smart. He is. He's a smart dude. And just why is the Brady Bunch popping up in my head? Because they made no money. The Partridge Family, no money. They got screwed so bad. Oh my gosh. Like, you just wonder how some deals were really good for the artists and celebrities back in the day, and some deals were just so, so, so bad and so wrong and should have never happened. Oh gosh, really? That's crazy. I can't Rod Stewart 100 million. That's nuts. That's nuts. Wow. We got any others? Any other music catalog sales? Let's see. Music catalog sale 2024. Was the groundhog right? No, I don't think so. Oh, what? Oh, here we go. Sony reaches blockbuster deal for Michael Jackson's catalog. Oh, wow. I have to go into something else, but the richest music catalog deal to date, would give Sony half of Jackson's recorded music and songwriting rights, valuing the total collection at 1.2 billion or more. Or more. Now, allegedly, if the Beatles were to sell their catalog, theirs would be worth reportedly over $1 billion as well. What? So wait a minute, they did sell it. So Sony, thanks Jotty for this whole chain of thing. Sony Music acquires major stake in Michael Jackson catalog valued at 1.2 billion plus. So they're not giving a number. So it did happen. The sale did happen. They acquired half of Michael Jackson's publishing and recorded masters. And they're saying it could be over 1.2 billion. And Sony will pay 600 million for the stake. So they're saying the catalog in total is worth over 1.2 billion, I guess. But Sony's buying half of that. Wow. And if accurate, the deal is the biggest for a single music artist's assets to date. Now, if I'm kind of surprised that Paul hasn't, put out the Beatles catalog at this point because how old is Paul? Is Paul 82 or is he 80? Wait a minute, hold on. Paul McCartney. How old are you, Paul? How old are you, Sir Paul? He's 81. So at 81 years old, you would think that, he'd like say to Ringo, maybe we should start like piecing it off or something because, once they're gone, then the estate has to deal with it. But I guess it's still generating money. So the estates of everybody is still collecting interest off of their music. Maybe they'll just let it roll. I mean, Paul and Ringo certainly don't need the money. And I think the estate of George Harrison and John Lennon, they're fine. I mean, the Beatles' biggest band ever. So Michael Jackson buying the Beatles catalog, him and Paul McCartney got into a fight over it, actually. I think I'll do a video on that because that was a pretty interesting story. And Paul was pretty mad at Michael. Michael literally took it right under Paul's nose, basically. It's kind of a hairy situation. So, and Michael's children getting the money from the sale of the catalog. Well, I think it would be the estate, right? So, Primary Wave continues to hold a 10% stake in Jackson's publishing assets. And reps for Sony, the Jackson estate, and Primary Wave either declined or did not respond to Variety's request for comment. So we just don't know. But I would think these kids would have to benefit somehow, right? If the estate is selling it, the whole music catalog, right, business is very confusing. It really is. Like, you just don't know. Like, Stevie Nicks sold 90%, I believe, of her music catalog. She still owns some of it. Even Journey, what did Neil and Jonathan's? They sold some of their rights, correct? I don't think Steve sold any of his. I think he still owns all of his. So it's convoluted, you know? And to me, if you're selling the rights to your music, how you still make this is always a question in my head. How are you still making money when you go out on tour if somebody else owns the rights to what you're singing? I guess you still make money, but I think Jottie's right in terms of I don't know if how lucrative music is today compared to what it was back in the 70s and 80s, even the 60s, I guess. Well, 60s probably, I think it was still a time of, contracts and like, were they even good? I don't know. I wasn't there. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. The whole music catalog business. But, it'll be interesting to see if Paul and Ringo do anything with the Beatles catalog. And I think the majority of the decision making will probably be made by Paul. I'm thinking. Again, who the hell knows? So Halise said, yes, Steve Perry still owns his rights, but the rest of Journey sold their rights. But see, I don't understand. Like, I don't know how that all works. It's a confusing part of the music world that I don't have my handle on. And you know what? I'm not going to spend my time like trying to figure it out. If I figure it out, awesome. If I don't, that's okay too. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad you were here on this fabulous fabulous Friday night. It was so nice hanging with you guys. Al's in the weeds in the background. And, he says hi to all of you. And I hope you guys have had a great week. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I think I'm going to see you next week. I don't know. We have something kind of up in the air. So I don't know, but we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. And yeah. So it was really, as always, it's great being here with you guys. And I hope the best week ahead for all of you. And I love you, love you, love you. And we will see you soon. Big love and kisses to all of you. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Have a great everything. Bye, guys. I will see you soon. Ciao.